Alright, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty, you know. I had technical difficulties at first, but as the owner, you know, of CBS, I don't doubt my executives, you know. But I saw that we cancel Stephen Colbert's show, you know, and I know he really worked very hard in his interview process for this job when he was in Comedy Central, you know. I believe he was in Comedy Central, right? And he worked very hard in his interview process that CBS, Paramount, it was CBS only, not CBS and Paramount, you know, is merged, you know, as Paramount is owned by the Lucille Ball and Desi and Lucille Ball's estate, you know. Anyway, so I had a little difficulty, you know, because Stephen Colbert is always talking about politics and he's very brusque about and blatant and serious about when he talks about the President Donald J. Trump. But I know that I trust my executive's decision in canceling your show, you know. I don't watch it too often to say I'm a fan or not a fan, you know. But I saw something there, you know. I know you complain about these men in politics and people, but you didn't fight for your job, you know. I don't know. It's a job, you know. It takes you to the Harris Casino. It pays for your home, you know. And your workers, they make sure that you got a full house and you got a full house, you're winning there, you know. You got a full house in poker, you know. Something you don't got in Harris or at your home in Edison, New Jersey, you know. You got a full house every day for you when you perform and you on your show, you know. I still don't get why you didn't fight for your job, you know. President Trump for his job, you know. He's back in office, you know. I'm fighting for my job as well, you know. And I don't have to fight for my job. I was baptized in Westminster Abbey in England, you know, in London. But you didn't fight for your job. And I'm a psychologist, you know. I'm a master psychologist. And I think you're not a night person. But CBS has many other programs. They have the early show and everything, you know. We could accommodate you in an early show, on a radio show, you know. Or Howard Stern could offer you a radio show and where he on Sirius, no XM radio, you know, or Apple could offer you a podcast, you know. I don't think you're a night person, you know. That's what it was. I don't think he was a night person. And the last thing I want to say is we got to work on your last guest, you know. And I found the perfect guest. He's gonna be ecstatic, you know. He's gonna be honored to be in your show, you know. I got two of them, you know. I got Jay Leno as your last guest, you know. And Jay Leno has a perfect ending for you, you know. Jay Leno is a big fan of Stephen Colbert, and he wasn't a different network than him, you know. And I think he's a really, really good candidate to be your last